The seasons are changing, and each colour and movement, shadow or leaf, inspires us to create. Mostly in our work, we are inspired by nature's ability to find connections everywhere. The way that rain falls to become the glistening streams, and water connected to sunlight fosters great forests to grow. The way that flowers connect to bees, and together they create bountiful fruit. To sew is to find these same connections within my work. The way that thread connects to seams to create a garment, or the way that my hands connect to my vision to bring a dream into existence. Learning from these connections, I hope to sew with nature's same confident and magical touch.
I'm making a really fun little skirt out of all of the scraps of denim that I have. I'm always collecting everyone's old jeans, even these jeans, which are Julia's old painting jeans, which are so beyond anything. They've got complete tears everywhere, and the fabric up here is really bad and keeps tearing. But down here is beautiful old denim, and so I'm going to repurpose it and make it into a skirt for myself. Our dad used to have a pair of jeans when he was a kid because he was the youngest of many boys, so he had a pair of jeans that, because he was so tall, his mum just kept adding strips of denim to them, and they got so many strips by the end of it that they were just completely different colours everywhere. And I'm always really inspired by them. I actually made a pair of jeans inspired by them in uni. Firstly just because they sound like they look really cool, but also because I feel like that repurposing and valuing of materials is sort of not a thing anymore, and I think it should be. We should value everything that we already have and repurpose and use things and make crazy jeans from them. So I'm gonna make a skirt. This is an old patchwork pattern that I made originally to make this ridiculous skirt that had all of these pattern pieces that I could use from scraps of fabric. So they were really small pieces, and I just pinned them together so that I could make one panel instead of many.
The biggest lesson between the rainforest canopy is that the earth has no waste. If a tree dies, its rotten limbs fall to nourish the soil. Water evaporates only to rain down again. I think that humans' belief that we can take from nature and give nothing in return is misguided, and we need to learn that, like nature, we can find use of each resource that passes through our hands. This is how I learnt of the beauty of upcycling, to appreciate old waste and to continue the narrative of these forgotten stories.
This is an old pair of Levi's, and they're really rough these days, but the waistband is still really good. So I'm taking all of the tabs off, and I'm going to then take the whole waistband off, and then I'm going to use it for the top of the skirt. So cool to be able to repurpose every single bit.
Show your teeth. I'm a fangs and velvet with thorns and feathers. You'd like only one, but we're tied together.
What do you enjoy? We both choose. Do you like these four?
Oh my god, I love the different denims.
Yeah. That's why I thought different greens was cute for the stems.
Yeah, okay.
This machine is from the early 1900s and it's so beautiful, but it's really hard to use. But I hope that each time that I use it, I'm just getting a little better.
Trembling bones, do you shimmer like stones? Fire on your tongue. My roots can cure but my pain. Are poison, they'll sting any lips that dare to enjoy them. small to appease some strangers, or is it so you don't perceive the danger? Ooh, ah.
You're in the way being made. So I noticed that this was banging a lot as I sewed, and I restored it myself. So I think that, I don't know if the bolts come off or if I never put it on, but I'm going to put one on so that it sits in place better.
Denim is a complex fabric. Originally, Levi's were designed to be jeans for miners, so they are sturdy, strong, but comfortable. 150 years later, they are everyone's favorite, although the manufacturing of denim is terribly unsustainable. Thousands of liters of water are used to produce just one pair of jeans. The pesticide used in the growth of cotton poisons both the underpaid workers and the environment. Dyeing denim to the well-known blue is also toxic, and rivers and cities where denim is produced are known to turn blue with dyes. I read the other day that a certain fast fashion company produces 1 million garments per day. I think that it's so strange that it can even be legal to create this much destruction, where workers are underpaid, exploited, poisoned, and put in so many dangerous situations. Factories collapse, chemicals cause diseases, and farming is filled with the threat of toxins. And then there are the environmental implications, the inland seas that have dried due to cotton's overconsumption, the rivers changing colour with each new trend, and the deserts filled with unsold garments. Every time I go to buy anything, I think of this destruction. I think that it's so important to understand that our own consumption funds these atrocities. We need to act as if it was our own hands that were the ones who farmed or sewed or dyed our clothes, and take this responsibility onto ourselves. This is why it is so important to buy secondhand or to recycle the materials that we already have. Seeing this denim have a new life reminds me of the beauty of creativity and how waste can be transformed. I made this skirt for myself out of tiny scraps of fabric. This zero waste technique lets me appreciate each small cut and make something whole from them.
Rows of juniper trees.
I made this dress for Julia a few years ago now. I used an old tablecloth that was full of holes, and I remade it into a crochet dress. It's always an incredible feeling to see something appear from waste. This tablecloth was sitting unused for many years, and now it's a dress that will be loved forever.
reflection. The way I see myself in your bruised up knee. There's in different directions. Shadow my feet is in you I feel.
I love kind of making things that are so archetypal and you can look anywhere, and like the jeans I'm wearing are so similar, so I'm kind of picking up all the classic things. So I'm going to use gold top stitching because that's so common in jeans, and I think it will tie all of the different denims together so that they kind of match more. And now I'm just putting an exposed zipper, which is always terrifying. I feel like I always get more scared about zippers, and then you actually do them and they're pretty easy. It's one of those things that you just work up in your head. I'm almost finished. I sewed all of the panels together. I'm really excited about how it's turning out. So now I just need to top stitch on top of all of this, which is what I started doing the other day here, but then I ran out of top stitching thread, and it's the worst because you really need it. It looks so beautiful and you can't use a different type of thread, but I always run out because I never get enough. So I had to drive a full hour to the closest place that sells thread, which I got this, which will save me. I'm very excited to finally finish.
I think my favourite part of this skirt is the way that it is so obviously recycled. You can see old paint from the cuffs of Julia's jeans, a faded waistband, and the colourful, unmatching fabrics.
No, that's enough.
It makes me so proud to wear something that shows the beauty of waste and feel so much joy as I do.
The trees with roots above the ground. I wonder if the branches felt they were bound. Saw the roots of skies and trails to blow.
The incredible music in this video is by Melissa Lingo. You can find her links in our description. Thank you for watching, and sorry that we've been gone for a few weeks. We've been finishing off a huge project and we'll tell you everything soon, but for now you're just going to have to trust that something big is coming. Thank you to our Patreon community for your support through everything.
You keep trying to bury yours at heart in all your dreams, but you can't blame them for everything.